When you hear somebody that's like 20 years old killing it on the phone, you're like, oh my goodness. So it's intimidating, it's motivating, it's energizing, and everybody's so encouraging. It's so encouraging here.
I've been waiting for this type of community for a very long time because there's so many different industries, so many courses, so many gurus, so many promises, but you guys really, really over-deliver.
And sometimes if you're taking like me, I think I had like 24 pages of notes after 8% last year. And it's like, you kind of get lost in the shuffle sometimes. You'll pick up one or two things that you actually implement. Here, it's, I'm overhearing Jalen on the phone. It's like, oh, okay, I like that. I'm going to implement that in my script. Or, oh, that's how you overcome that objection. Let me try that literally next phone call. Right. And so it's a very good learning experience that you can actually implement into your business immediately.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Life Insurance Academy podcast. We have a treat for you. We are continuing our series on life insurance telesales. We brought agents all over the country into a room and they were dialing from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. There was a lot of high fives, a lot of cheers. There were some tears. And what we wanted to do was pull agents out of that experience and interview them. So you heard from Jalen last week. This week, what we're going to do is we're going to give you snippets from two or three agents, and you're going to get to hear some of that experience. Going forward, you're going to hear an extended version of that later on, but I promise you, you're going to learn something that you can use immediately. So grab a pen and paper. I think you're going to catch some good stuff. There's gold nuggets in here. So let's go.
Hey, welcome back. We are in the middle of an immersive life insurance telesales training event happening right here in Louisville in our offices. We brought in about 12 people to do a 3-day immersive sales training. First half of the day was set up, getting everybody prepped and ready. And they've now been in the trenches, on the phones, working leads, understanding how their carriers are working. Some of them brand new, just got their license, trying to get their contracts. Others have been in the business for just a little bit. We've got a diverse group, and we're excited to bring you some of those people. And today, right off the top, we're going to introduce you to Michelle Fisher. Michelle, welcome to the Life Insurance Academy podcast, and welcome to the training event.
Thank you, Roger. It's so awesome to be here. I've watched these videos and everything, so it's fun to actually be on one. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so Michelle's from Daytona, Florida.
Daytona Beach, yep.
And you went to Penn State, got a degree in finance.
Yes.
Went on to get your Series 6 for financial planning, high net worth people, decided that wasn't really for you.
Correct.
Transitioned. You now are in Florida and you're a financial analyst at a hospital.
Yes. All right.
And you decided that you probably want to do something else. What's going on and why are you training for life insurance sales at this point?
Well, honestly, part of it was, I'm in my mid 40s and I don't feel like I have enough saved for retirement. Just due to some, foolish choices when I was younger, I don't have enough saved. And so I wanted to be able to figure out how can I make more money to contribute to my 401k, just whatever I have to do to try to save money for retirement. And then just to make ends meet as well. And I started looking into little like side hustles. Everyone calls it a side hustle now. Yeah. And, I started filling out the stuff for like Uber and to do like Uber Eats and Lyft and all that stuff. But ironically, for one of my former employers, I had to get my insurance license. They had me get my insurance license and they didn't have me do anything with it. I was like, well, this is stupid. Why did I have to get this? So I've had it for like a year and a half. I had no idea before about January of this year how lucrative the insurance industry could be. And I was like, oh my goodness. I'm like, thank you, God, I have this license. So I had to get out of the financial advising world because there was a conflict of interest. So that's how I became the financial analyst at the hospital. So those ties are cut. And now I can look into this insurance thing and hopefully make it. I know I'm going to make it.
So Farah St. Hilaire, that's a very fancy name.
Yes, thank you so much.
She said, yes, it is. Where does that name come from?
Well, it's a French name. My parents are from Haiti.
Okay.
So, being Haitian, it's a mix between Creole and French. So I got stuck with the French last name.
Oh, it's a cool one.
Thank you.
It sounds very official,
yes, absolutely.
formal, and regal. Yes.
Thank you.
There you go. So where are you from?
I'm originally from Miami, but I'm currently in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
And how did you get, what's going on? So you work a full-time job?
I do.
What do you do?
I'm actually a recruiter in the trucking industry, so I hire truck drivers for a living. I've been doing that for 5 years so far. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And so why the transition? You're here in Louisville. You're here for this 3-day intensive life sales boot camp, telesales. How did you end up here? What's that all about?
Well, I know my life is bigger. I know my purpose is bigger, and I'm very grateful for my job. But coming from, Caribbean parents, just watching them work and not enjoy their lives and their time, I just knew there's something bigger for me. And I actually watched the podcast with Jalen and Mike, and that really inspired me. But also kind of what I do with my job, I just wanted to have transferable skills to tap into the insurance because I make outbound dials right now talking to people. So I'm like, I wonder if I could just switch industries and, make more money that way and still be able to connect with people. So I just thought it was a similar industry to tap into.
Colin Bingham in the house all the way from Idaho Falls, Idaho. I did not know where that was. I showed up last spring and it felt like winter.
Yes.
I did not realize how cold it gets in Idaho Falls. But here you are, man. Louisville, Kentucky. What's going on? What's happening?
Just living life, living the dream. Honestly, it's been a phenomenal week so far. Being new to the industry as far as on the life side of things, going independent not too long ago, this was an opportunity that me and my guys, we couldn't pass up.
Yeah.
So
you and I connected prior to the Ultimate Agent. We knew each other.
Yep.
But at the Ultimate Agent, you got to be a contestant on season 2.
Yes, I did.
Which is going to be airing very soon here.
Yes.
Right? I think it releases in July.
Yeah, I think end of June, early July. I think they're trying to get it out.
2023, season 2.
Yep, they're trying to get it out before 8%.
The 8% conference in Dallas coming up at the end of July.
Yes.
And you got to be a contestant.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
You got to be a
coach.
I did. I was back for season 2, so it was fun to be back. I got to co-mentor or co-coach with Ashley Gronberg.
Yep.
And so we spent a couple days with you guys watching you on the phone. You had never sold life insurance on the phone before until that event.
True. Yep. I had never sold. I had only done current Medicare clients, and that's all I had done. So in person, had never submitted an application over the phone. So.
And you work with 2 really good dudes that I've known for a long time.
Yep.
Casey Peterson, Lee Wilson, both in Idaho Falls, Idaho, with very strong businesses.
Yes.
Representation in the Medicare space primarily, but now also expanding into life in Idaho Falls. And they have merged their businesses.
Yes.
You're working with them now, building your own agency.
Yep.
In partnership with them. And you got to hear about this live training event that we were doing for Telesales in Louisville, and you wanted to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
And you felt it was a lot like the Ultimate Agent experience.
Yes.
And not only did you show up, you brought 3 people with you.
Yeah.
What's happening? Why were you excited to come to an environment like this and actually bring people to have them attend an event like this with you?
I think when you're selling life insurance, you can really feel alone doing it, especially if you work from home. But also a high tide raises all boats, right? And so I knew that this was going to be a very high activity location, and I wanted to be a part of that again. I wanted to make sure that, my partners are also a part of that, and, just it's kind of like the first part of a rocket ship blown off. You just have to have really high propulsion and get going.
So you're here.
Yes.
You're on the phones for the first time. You're doing life insurance sales over the phone. It's a new experience for you.
Right.
What were you hoping to get out of this?
The first thing, it sounds kind of simple, but to me it was a big deal because I do not like the phone. I mean, I'm the type of person that didn't even want to call and order pizza. I don't like calling and make doctor's appointments. Anything I can do online, especially like you can make your appointments online now, I just tend to gravitate towards that because it's easier. And then I knew if I got myself in this situation, I know this is like a once in a lifetime chance, and I'm like, just go do it. But over like the first day I was scared, like, oh my gosh, I don't want to call anybody. This is so scary. And, I didn't know how to even like get over my approach. I was choking on my words and everything. But then by day 2, I was like, okay, I can get through the approach and I can get to the health questions. And then today's day 3 and I'm getting a little bit further along. So it's good.
What's it like to be in an environment of everybody kind of doing the same thing, focused on the same goals, helping each other? What's that like for you?
It's a total mix because, part of it is intimidating because you hear people that have been doing this for like, or they've been doing at least field sales for like, 5 years. So they know how to they know how to speak. They speak really well. They know how to explain the product, to go through the health questions. So that kind of is a little bit intimidating. But at the same time, when you hear somebody that's like 20 years old killing it on the phone, you're like, oh my goodness. It's also very, very motivating. So it's intimidating, it's motivating, it's energizing, and everybody's so encouraging. It's so encouraging here to hear how people, I keep asking people like, how long have you been doing this? How, and there's a couple other people in there that are, today's like their third day as well. So, but then there's people that have been in sales forever and, they're just moving into telesales. Everybody's a little nervous, but getting through it.
What were there any special moments during the breaks or the coaching or the little debriefs that we've done that stood out to you? Anything that you took away? Maybe something that you didn't have, maybe something that hit you personally, like, I'm going to apply that. Can you describe one of those for us and what was going on?
There were so many gems, honestly. But I guess the one that stuck out to me the most is your attitude. Because going into it, I was just like, oh, this is going to be hard. This is 12 hours. I've never worked 12 hours before. But just having a different mindset really helped me to see myself through. And like the guy that, we closed on, I was talking to him for like 2 days. And he was an older guy. He's really nice. But, the older people, they're not tech savvy. They're a little slower. So I had to really be really patient and also have empathy for him at the same time. Yeah. It's not all about just closing. Like, I really wanted to help him.
Sure.
So, that's what really helped me, just having that mindset, being positive about it, regardless if I'm frustrated or if it's taking forever. But the reward is greater than anything.
What would you say to someone who's new that might be in a situation similar to yours? Maybe they're in a job or career they don't love, or maybe just something that they know is not long-term for them and they're trying to find their thing. I know you found Mike and Jalen with True Wealth Financial out of Columbus. You got connected with them. You're in Georgia.
Yeah.
They're in Columbus, and we're now in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's all working somehow.
Yeah.
So what would you say to someone who's new looking at this, thinking they're limited by where they are or their current job situation or support? What would you say to somebody?
I would say, you have to take risks in this life. You only get one life, and I'd rather take the risk than to regret not taking it. So, anybody who's on the fence, I would say, do it. If you want to change your life, you have to do something. You have to do something new.
How long you been in the business total, in the industry?
I got licensed December 2020.
Of 2020.
Yep.
So you got in the Medicare business, and you were mentored really and coached by Casey.
Yep.
Yeah, Casey Peterson.
Yep.
Quality dude.
Yep.
Good family man.
Yep.
You saw him be very successful.
Yes.
What did you see there that you wanted? What did you see in the insurance space that attracted you to it? And then once you got rolling, you realized, hey, you can make 6 figures in this in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
Right. What did you see?
Well, with Casey, I saw dedication and hard work for sure. Casey's one of the hardest workers that I know. But really, it's what the insurance industry can give you. It's freedom, but it takes a whole lot of hard work to go with it. It's not easy. It's a slow build, and if you can get past that slow build, then life gets a little bit better. And so I just saw an opportunity for time freedom. My most important thing to me is to be able to spend the time with my kids. I don't want to work the rest of my life, 40, 50, 60 hours a week just to collect a paycheck. And then I turn 60 and it's like, oh, where'd my kids go? You know I only have 16 more summers with Maverick and 18 more with Bo until they're off and creating their own families, doing their own thing. And so life is very short. I don't even know if I have that, right?
Yeah. And so when you see these 20-year-olds putting up $5,000 in premium in a day and a half, what does that do for you?
Oh, that's awesome. It's very motivating. It's so motivating
Yeah.
because I know they're like experience-wise, they haven't been doing this very long, but they know how to, reach the client's heart. They know their product. They know how to get to what that client's need is. And it's not even like you have to know everything. I'm a certified financial planner, which is a pretty big deal in in the wealth advisory world. But so I know a lot about the products, but I don't know how to speak about things yet. And so to hear them, they've mastered their craft, and I respect it a lot. I think it's very cool.
What are you hoping to take away from this event?
I want to take away just being able to be more natural. I want to be able to, I'm starting small. I want to be able to get to the client's heart. I want to be able to get what's inside of me, really, like my heart and soul, out to help people. Because it really is to help people. It's not just to go make, of course I want to make money too, but there's more to it. I want to get past the money-making part of it to where I'm truly helping families and making money. So my phone skills, I'd like to be able, I'm working full time, so I'm going to be starting out part time, in the evenings and on the weekends. So hopefully that'll.
So you're a full-time analyst and you're a part-time life agent working your way into a new career.
Right. And my job is supportive too. So they, it's not like I'm trying to sneak around doing anything behind their back. They know I've got this side thing going on. So
That's
it's
fantastic.
like perfect.
And how do you feel about the mentoring and support and coaching you've gotten since you've been here, just all the little moments? What has that been like?
I think that's the most important part for me. It's really a blessing because I feel like you can only fake your demeanor for so long, and to see so many genuine people around, it's like I have no words. And, and it just reflects everybody. Like Jalen and Mike, they're so patient. They're so supportive. They're so available. And I was like, okay, maybe it's just them. But they're a reflection of you guys also. So it's really a blessing. And I've been waiting for this type of community for a very long time because there's so many different industries, so many courses, so many gurus, so many promises. But you guys really over deliver for sure.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for you.
Yes,
I was
am
excited
too.
to see your excitement yesterday. Made my heart feel good when I saw you win.
Yes.
And I believe you're going to have your breakthrough. And I believe you do have a bright future. And I'm proud of you for being here. And I know
Thank
taking
you.
time off, traveling, getting here, being out of town for 3 or 4 days, connecting with a bunch of people you don't know. I mean, you're really putting yourself in a new environment. And sometimes that's what it takes. And so that's what we were hoping for, to create an environment where people could just focus and dial in and say, and be surrounded really by other people that are willing to help.
Absolutely.
And I agree with you. There's a lot of people in that room who want to help, and it's not just us.
Yeah.
And so that's the power of community.
Absolutely.
And, so I love that last comment you made about you're looking for this kind of community.
Yeah.
And just like your shirt says, I do believe you were made for impact.
I feel like home.
A lot of training events that people go to and pay for, they're sitting behind a desk and they're listening to people talk. For the 8 hours that they're there that day, and then they go back and do the same thing the next day. How is this different?
Oh, it's completely different because those conferences, it's like you write down.
They're valuable.
Yeah, they're valuable, very valuable.
Yeah.
8%, changed my life. Florida when we
Best
went down to
conference in the
Florida.
industry,
Yes, awesome. Yes, go to those. But this is different because at those conferences, you're writing down ideas that you want to implement. And sometimes if you're taking like me, I think I had like 24 pages of notes after 8% last year. And it's like, it's kind of get lost in the shuffle sometimes. You'll pick up 1 or 2 things that you actually implement. Here, it's, I'm overhearing Jalen on the phone. It's like, oh, okay, I like that. I'm going to implement that in my script. Or, that's how you overcome that objection. Let me try that literally next phone call. And so it's a very good learning experience that you can actually implement into your business immediately and make changes and see it.
Cool,
right
man.
away.
Well, I know you're winning. You're in the top 3.
Yes.
You're in the top 3 here.
Just got passed up,
Jalen. I know you're number 1 for a while.
I was.
You just got passed up. What are you going to do about that?
I've been getting small. I just wrote 3 small term apps before we came in here.
Yeah.
But my AP's not. My AP's
Is
not winning.
it going to catch? Is it going to catch up?
He's beating me by 800. I'm going to try to catch him by the end of the day.
Yeah. How many applications have you written in the past 2 days?
With that one, it will be application number 11 or 12.
We got selling on Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
And right now it's Thursday afternoon. So really it's been 2 full days, right?
Yep.
Of selling. And we got another full afternoon and evening to go here tonight to close this out. But
hopefully I can hit like 15 apps would be sweet.
And you did 11 apps.
Yeah.
What's your production so far?
With that, I'm knocking on $6,000.
$6,000.
Yep.
And you're coaching your team.
Yeah.
Making, helping them with the logins and so it's not just like you're sitting here trying to win a contest, because if you were doing that, you'd be focused on you. But this is a very collaborative training event. Yeah. And I appreciated how you've been very helpful to other people too. Yeah. So it shows, man. I think you've got a great future, man. I think you got great potential. It's going to be nothing but blue sky. There's going to be some thunderstorms, though.
Absolutely. Always
in among that stuff. And, there's going to be some adversity. How you handle that will determine the trajectory of your career. Yeah. But I think you're off to a great start. You're in a great place. You got great relationships, and you got a great attitude. And I'm proud of you for bringing your team and investing in this week for you and your team. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, man.
Yep, thanks for putting this on.
We'll be watching your success. And we'll be watching this guy too on the Ultimate Agent to see how he does on the reality show coming up here in just a few weeks. So if you're not watching that, maybe Adam can throw a link to the Ultimate Agent series, season 1, and maybe once season 2 rolls out, we can go back and just throw that in there too. So if you're catching this after that airs, we'll still throw some links in the show notes so that you can grab that one. So. Yep. Well, hopefully this guy will fare pretty well.
Yep.
All right. Kudos, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for being here. Boom.